Okay, hi everyone. I'm Justin and I'm happy to share my business report today to you. And my topic is the new elements of customer experience transformation in financial service companies in Taiwan. So it's my whole design of my business report poster, and I'm now just show the upper one for you to read. So the first part is my abstract. So according to the teacher's response, and I forgot to add my keywords, but my keyword is digital transformation and customer experience. So you can keep in mind these two words because it will, it was the key topic in my business report. And since digital transformation has been a trend among business for many years, and everyone knows that some company is doing business strategy or transformation, but my report will discuss more about the new elements which the financial companies in Taiwan can maybe add on in their strategy in the digital transformation, so then they can optimize their customer experience. And I read some paper, and after analyzing some research, I suggest that there are three new elements. The first one is experience design. The second one is service extensions. And the last one is data integration. So first, you can see the introduction and background. So as I mentioned before, in the last 10 years, many service company they're aware that the digital transformation is very important, so they put this into their priority to maybe some strategy things. So, but there are some companies they fail to do the digital transformation. Take a figure one on the right, for example. So I may just put it larger. Okay, so they investigate some server companies and they say that customers are the first driving force behind the digital ambitions. Yet only 13% of their organization can deliver a seamless customer experience across their channels. And you can see the middle of the figure. So all the company they say that innovation and customer experience are the top two priorities for their growth strategy, and it's more important than the new market acquisition or customer acquisition or MMS strategy. But yes, why some companies fail to do the digital transformation? Because they didn't set up the customer first culture and they didn't acquire the digital transformation talent to help them to do the strategy. And the last but not least, 9 out of 10 companies believe that customer focus is embedded across their business. Yet over 40% they are not satisfied with their current efforts. So uh, as I mentioned before, digital transformation begins and ends with their customer. So there are many dimensions in digital transformation. For example, transforming their customer experience, transforming their operation, transforming their employee experience. But why customer experience is the most important? Because um, customer experience is the battleground of the company nowadays. So I think I put the main point on customer experience transformation because I think it's Taiwanese financial service companies have a lot of opportunities in this field. So as COVID-19 accelerates the progress of transformation, I think leading companies are widening the gap between their customer experience and those of their competitors. So the second part is my main discussion. So I suggest three elements for Taiwan financial service company. The first one is experience design. So when it comes to experience design, and it's a battleground for company, right? But while compelling experience is easy to recognize, but they are hard to create because if anyone learn first about experience design, its approach is very complex. You need to do some user-centered research. You need to settle a persona. You need to investigate the user's daily life to utilizing their their behaviors. So um, in my research, I think companies should imagine their financial service through the user's eye and listen to the voice of customer, which is a VOC. And they should design their financial product their customer want to use. For example, if you are a customer of an insurance company, after the pandemic, now you can sign the contract online. So I think it's a very uh, convenient service nowadays because of the pandemic, and they enhance their experience design. Okay, the second part is server expansion. So in addition to offering their products and their servers, I see some banking industry is promoting their empowermental to help customer to achieve their goals. For example, uh, does anyone know the recharge of the Taixing Bank? So if you recharge, the app will help you to do some financial goal setting, and you can enjoy the ecosystem on recharge app. So I think it's a um, successful story for a financial company in Taiwan. They integrate their customer journey breakpoint. They set up for their pain points and use different scenarios and develop online merge offline strategy to meet their needs. And the last one is data integration. So many companies they focus on omnichannel strategy, and companies have both operation data and experience data. And now they focus more on experience data. For example, experience data is like click-through rate and browsing time and conversion rate, while operation data focus on like cost, revenue, and something like that. So I think it's an era of big data, and financial company in Taiwan they should integrate their data and do more data-driven strategy to help their customer to enjoy the better experience. And that part is my suggestion and conclusion. So in my suggestion part, I find analysis from BCG Consultant Group, and they use 5 steps in their digital strategy to help the company uh, to conduct the experience transformation. And there are 3 points of this strategy. First, they need to activate the customer first culture, which means they need to educate their employees that customer is the first priorities of their job. And then second, they need to unify their customer engagement across their channels, which means the omni-channel strategy. And the last thing is they need to reward their employees' behavior that drive good customer outcomes. So I need to supply one point is that the company need to acquire more talent acquisitions for some people or student they can conduct the digital transformation, because I think it's a trend of the financial service industry. And that part is my conclusion. So I think customer transformation has risen much higher on the corporate goals. And some CEO and some boss they put this into their priority. And I think financial service company in Taiwan they have to adjust their goal. They have to adjust their reality of digital trends. They need to consider how digital technologies can do. So first element is what I mentioned is experience design. And second is server extension. And the last thing is data integration. So through these 3 elements, I believe that financial service company in Taiwan have large opportunities, and I believe they will have a promising future in the next 10 years. So thank you for your listening, and I hope you guys take care and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think again, so I think Justin gave us a really comprehensive coverage of the topic. I also like the fact that you try to just recapitulate all the key points as you try to conclude. All right, so can we also start with some questions and comments?
Justin. Amy, and uh, I really like your uh, report is quite organized and influenced. And I wonder that what's the cost of applying such customer transformation? Yeah, some potential cost. Is it high? And something like that.
Okay, I think I will answer your question into 2 points or dimension. So the first one is the cost. I think in this digital way, uh, and when it comes to the post pandemic life, I think the cost of conducting the transformation is very low because talents people are merging. Yeah, more and more people can do the transformation strategy. So I think the cost is very low. But the second point I want to mention is the sacrifice of a financial service company because the boss, the CEO of Taiwanese company, they are middle age or upper, and they need to keep open mind and embrace this trend. So I think it's a challenge for them. So that's why I say it's a sacrifice or a challenge second point. And I hope it answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, for the good question. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I think you also raised some really important points. Very good. So I guess I think this kind of digital transformation, I think this can also help the financial corporations to maybe expand the market, right? Especially when they want to attract the younger customers, right? We know a lot of young people, they don't really trust or they're not really interested in the traditional banking services, right? So maybe if this kind of transformation can also help the traditional banks, right, to gain the trust from the younger users. Okay, very good. So any other questions or comments? Okay, if not, I think we're going to move on to our next presenter. All right, so let's give Justin a very big hand. So thank you for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you and take care, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, I think so now we can maybe